Hello, ladies. Okay, what you see here is the comp plan. I know when you sign up, you can get really overwhelmed with all the things being thrown at you. You're learning how to do your first party. You're learning how to just get registered, and you're getting added to all these pages, and it can be a little overwhelming at first. And I know the first thing on your mind right now is probably, okay, how am I going to get paid? How much am I going to make? And how does this work? So I'm going to attempt to break this down for you and make it a little easier to understand, hopefully. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about status. We do what are called color status. So starts at white, being like I said, where you start and being the minimum, up to black. And actually, we've just added a black level 1. So there's actually a step above this. It's not on the screen here, but you don't need to worry about that right now. Okay, so you start off as white. You get the little white charm in your kit. So that's what that's all about. And as white, you get paid 20% of all your commissions. So anything you sell, you're getting 20%. When you jump up to yellow, you get paid 25% off commission. And that continues until you hit green. When you hit green, you'll get paid 30% of your commissions. Okay? And it stays at 30% through black. Okay? Now let's back up a little bit. Let's talk about personal retail sales. That's this line here. Personal retail sales means once you've sold something on your website, like let's just say you've sold a mascara. Mascara is $29 plus tax and shipping. Okay, well, retail sales is only just going to be the cost of the mascara. It does not include shipping or taxes. So once I've sold that $29 mascara, the $29 will count towards my personal retail sales. So this is only what I've sold, not anybody else. Okay. So let's move on to company host sales. So company includes me plus anyone else I've signed up and anyone under them. So I'm the head of my company, and anyone else that gets signed up underneath me is my company. Okay, so let me take a minute to break this company down even a little bit further. Okay, well, we have what is called a first generation, a second generation, and a third generation. Okay, so my first generation is going to be anyone I personally enroll underneath me. So right now, let's just say I have 4 signed up under me. I have Erin, Tanya, Jenna, and Rosa. That's going to be like my children. That's my first generation. It's my children. Okay, now, once Tanya, Jenna, Erin, and Rosa all start signing up some people, that's going to be my second generation. That's like my grandchildren. Okay. And then once my grandchildren go off and sign up more people, that's going to be my great-grandchildren. That's my third generation. Okay. So all those generations and all those people underneath me are in my company. So think about that. Keep that in mind. We're going to come back to that. Okay, so that's my company. Next, we have qualified first level presenters. Now remember, I said my first level, my first generation is the people I personally enrolled. So back to Jenna, Rosa, Erin, and Tanya, that's my first level. Okay, so what does qualified mean? Qualified means they have to be an active presenter. And if you've read some of your opening sign-up documents, you've probably seen that you need to sell at least a minimum of 125. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. 125 in personal retail sales every 3 months or every quarter. So right now, you can see that my little box is lit up here. Tanya, one of my first level, my children, has already hit like 200 this month. So my box is lit up. I've met that requirement. Okay. Circle wholesales. Okay. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Circle and company are going to be the exact same for white, yellow, pink, and blue. The numbers will be the exact same. They won't change. Okay. Once I hit green status, I will be considered an elite presenter. Now, it will stay the same still. My circle and my company will stay the same, and it will not change until one of my first generation becomes green also, meaning they become an elite presenter. Let's just say that Aaron becomes an elite presenter. That's my first generation. Okay, this is where this will change. Aaron and her team, Aaron and everyone signed up underneath Aaron, will now drop off my circle wholesales. They will be still considered in my company because they're in my downline. So they'll count towards this 10,000 wholesales, but they will no longer be in my circle. Now my circle will only include Tanya, Jenna, and Rosa. Okay? So, I'm sorry. My baby walked in, so I got a little distracted. So they're no longer in my circle, but they're still in my company. Okay? And then let's just say the next month, Jenna and Tanya hit elite status. Again, Jenna, Tanya, and Aaron will all be in my company and count towards this 10,000 and 20,000 and 40 and 80 as I try to move up. But they will no longer be counted towards my circle. So it may be just me and Rosa, and we're going to have to bust our butts to get 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 10,000, whatever level I'm trying to get that month. So this is why it is extremely important to, I know you're going to try to hit fast start as soon as possible and get your 3 presenters, but don't stop there, because your 3 presenters eventually are going to become elite if you're one of those that's wanting to get to an elite and above. Those girls are going to eventually get to elite status, and then you're no longer going to have anyone to help you with your company. You're going to have to do it all on your own, and it's like starting back over. So this is why it's very important to keep recruiting and make sure your team is wide. And what I mean by wide is just continuing to personally enroll. Okay? So that's where that will no longer be the same, and it kind of changes up a little bit. Okay? And then I kind of touched on this just then. Qualified first generation elites, like I said, that's when some of my girls start hitting green and drop off my circle. This is the requirements. I have to have 1 elite to get to orange, 2 for purple, and 4 for black. And qualified, of course, means that they've sold at least the 125 minimum. Okay, so that covers the breakdown over here, the requirements. Okay, let's talk a little bit more detail here. I told you this was 20%, 25%, and then 30%. Okay, but I didn't talk about how to get there and what happens at pink. So let's talk about that for a second. Okay, so when you start, once you hit at least a 125 minimum within your first 3 months, you're now active and you will be considered a white presenter. Okay, so you've passed your 125, you're trying to get to this 1,000. You're trying to get to yellow so you can get that pay raise. Who wouldn't? Okay, so this is cumulative. Getting from white to yellow is cumulative. So it may take you 2 days. It may take you 2 months. It may take you 2 weeks. It doesn't matter. Just over that span of time, you get to work your way up to 1,000. As soon as you hit 1,000, this box is going to light up, and you get the automatic pay raise to 25%. Okay. Now we're trying to get to pink. We've got to get at least, this is where it starts over. Once you hit yellow, you never go back to white. You're always considered at least a yellow presenter. Okay, but from now on, it's going to start over every month. So I've got to hit at least 250 every single month to try to get pink. Once I hit pink, I start getting paid off my downline. Until I hit pink, I don't get paid off of anybody that I've signed up. So I've got to hit 250 in retail sales, personally. My company, all the girls underneath me and myself included, have to hit 2,000. And one of the girls I've signed up has to at least have sold 125 minimum in the 3-month qualification period and be active for me to hit pink. Once all 3 of these qualifications are met, I will get 3% off of the commissions of my downline. At blue, when all the requirements are met for blue, I will get paid 4% off all of commissions off my girls. And then once I hit green, I will get 5% off my downline. Okay? So let's talk about for a second. I'm a blue status presenter. So that means I have 1 month I have met all the requirements for blue, and I haven't went past that quite yet. I'm still kind of stuck right here at blue. Now, just because I have hit blue, again, what I said before is you have to start over every month. So I have to start over trying to get pink first before I can get to blue, before I can get to green, before I get to orange. Okay, so this month I haven't even hit pink yet. If I don't hit pink this month, I don't get paid off my girls. And I don't get paid, I don't get paid off my girls at all. And let's just say I do hit pink, I make all the requirements for pink, I only get paid as pink. I only get paid 3% of my girls. I don't get the 4%, even though I'm known as a blue status presenter, I still get paid as a pink. So you could go all the way up to black and be a black status presenter here, but you may get paid as pink that month. So again, this starts all over again, and you have to work your way up every month. So that, again, is why it's important to keep recruiting. Okay. Let's see, what else do we need to talk about? Okay, I think I've covered it. If y'all have any questions, please comment below. I hope I haven't totally confused you. I hope I made this a little easier to read. And thanks for watching, and look forward to making some more videos for you guys. All right, thanks.